Hello friend, welcome back. We're going to be looking at the behind the scenes of this recent coffee commercial that I shot. If you guys are interested in checking it out, you can watch it here on my channel, as well as go check out the breakdown of the color grade. Okay, so diving right in, this was just shot in my kitchen at my house. This was the best angle with the most depth and visual interest, so that's why I decided to film this direction. And then I wanted to motivate off the existing lighting in the space, so the sun naturally comes in through these back windows in the morning, and I wanted to use that to my advantage. And so this is kind of where we started. This was just the natural light in the space, as well as the few practicals. Camera-wise, this was shot on the Fujifilm X-H2S and the Sirui sniper lenses. Shot the wides on the 23mm and the close-ups on the 56mm. They were all at 1.2, and I was using a screw-on variable ND filter to cut down some of the exposure. The first light that I added was for this backlight coming in through the window. So I had the FS300 outside, hoisted up pretty close to the window. I originally tried the projection attachment, but it actually was too focused. And so I actually just went with the reflector dish, had it set to 100%, just blasting in through the window. And then I added kind of these shears to the bottom part of the window. I just kind of shoved them in the bottom pane of glass just to limit the amount of level that was coming in from the actual sun. There's quite a bit of sun actually coming in through there, so I didn't want it as hot. So that is why you see those kind of just stuffed there. From there, then if we look at the practicals, so we had the lamp that was close by. This was dimmable with an app on my phone. It wasn't a fancy filmmaking bulb, but I do have these bulbs that you can dim with your phone. So I had one in that, and then there was the lamp on the table. That one is also dimmable. And then there's this light built in above my oven. And then there's this light that we keep in our kitchen behind the mixer. And I did add some gaff tape to cut down the level as it was quite bright and there was no way to dim it. From there, I added the aperture MC on a magic arm at around 50%. I just clamped it to the cabinet here. I figured it'd be blurry so he wouldn't see the magic arm in the shot, but I just wanted to emulate kind of another under cabinet light on the left part of the frame, so that is why that is there. And then I did add this tube light to the fridge. It's one of the Pavo Tube 215Cs, and just had it with a magnetic clip that I made attached, and this was really to motivate that lamp light. I wanted the lamp dim, but I did want to add additional level that was soft, and so this was at 50% and 3500 Kelvin. Thought it looked really good. And then lastly, you guys will see this neg that I kind of taped up to the wall. It doesn't look great, but I was just trying to suck up as much potential light spill as possible. So here's the image with just the backlight coming through the window, and then the practicals, that tube light, and the aperture MC. From there, we added the key light. And so this was the RX18TD in the softbox and the grid, just to control any spill. It was at 5600 Kelvin and 56%, and I had it just boomed above the frame. And I had this towards the back part of the desk, and as well as the kind of bag of coffee and the V60, because I didn't want to place it directly overhead because it would light up the shadow side that was closest to camera. So I had it backed off. Hopefully you guys can see that in the BTS, but the placement was above but shifted towards more behind the subject. The last light that I added was the Nanlite FS300B, and I was really glad I still had the projection attachment because I was able to kind of use the window blind gobo, and I used this just to help separate it from the background. I knew that the bag of coffee was going to be dark and the cabinets are quite dark, so I kind of placed that right behind the bag of coffee because I knew that that would help kind of give some separation. So it's not the most realistic because this means there's light coming from multiple directions, but I thought it worked pretty good. When it came to the close-ups, the lighting stayed exactly the same, other than I just moved the key light closer, as close as I could go, and then I did have to dim it down just to kind of even out the exposure. And then on this particular shot, I adjusted the FS300B in the projection attachment to just hit the floor in the frame of the shot. And so originally it was hitting the cabinets, but I moved it to hit the floor just to give this shot a little bit more depth. To end, I'm just gonna show you guys all the lighting one by one. So here's where we started, and then here is adding in the backlight and the practicals. Here's then the key light, and then finally adding in the background texture. I hope that you found this video helpful. I know that quick ones like this are always super helpful to me, just to kind of see what was going on, and several of you guys actually asked in the comments to see kind of a breakdown, so did just want to make it. If you guys are interested in watching the commercial, it's here on the channel, as well as the breakdown of the color grade. You guys can go see how I did that. It was with my LUTs that are on sale through December 1st, so last chance to pick those up if you guys are wanting a discount. Please drop any questions down below, as I know I probably missed something, so just let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.